The Last Dream of the Old Oak by Hans Christian Andersen. In the forest, high up on the steep shore, and not far from the open seacoast, stood a very old oak tree. It was just 365 years old. But that long time was to the tree as the same number of days might be to us. We wake by day and sleep by night, and then we have our dreams. It is different to the tree. It is obliged to keep awake through the three seasons of the year, and does not get any sleep until winter comes. Winter is its fine time for rest, its night after the long day of spring, summer, and autumn. On many a warm summer, the ephemera, the flies that exist for only a day, had fluttered about the old oak, enjoyed life, and felt happy. And if, for a moment, one of the tiny creatures rested on one of his large fresh leaves, the tree would always say, "Poor little creature, your whole life consists of only a single day. How very short! It must be quite melancholy." "Melancholy? What do you mean?" The little creature would always reply. "Everything around me is so wonderfully bright and warm and beautiful that it makes me joyous. But only for one day, and then it is all over." "Over," repeated a fly. "What is the meaning of all over? Are you all over too?" "No, I shall very likely live for thousands of your days, and my day whole seasons long. Indeed, it is so long that you could never reckon it out." "No? Then I don't understand you. You may have thousands of my days, but I have thousands of moments in which I can be merry and happy. Does all the beauty of the world cease when you die?" "No," replied the tree. "It will certainly last much longer, infinitely longer than I can even think of." "Well then," said the little fly, "we have the same time to live, only we reckon differently." And the little creature danced and floated in the air, rejoicing in her delicate wings of gauze and velvet, rejoicing in the balmy breezes, laden with the fragrance of clover fields and wild roses, elder blossoms and honeysuckle from the garden hedges, wild thyme, primroses, and mint. And the scent of all this was so strong that the perfume almost intoxicated the little fly. The long and beautiful day had been so full of joy and sweet delights that when the sun sunk low it felt tired to sustain it no longer, and gently all its happiness and enjoyment. Its wings could, and slowly it glided down upon the soft waving blades of grass, nodded its little head as well as it could nod, and slept peacefully and sweetly. The fly was dead. Poor little Ephemeral, said the oak. What a terribly short life. And so on every summer day, the dance was repeated, the same questions asked, and the same answers given. The same thing was continued through many generations of ephemera. All of them felt equally merry and equally happy. The oak remained awake through the morning of spring, the noon of summer, and the evening of autumn. It's time to rest. Its night drew nigh. Winter was coming. Already the storms were singing. Good night, good night. Here fell a leaf, and there fell a leaf. We will rock you and lull you. Go to sleep, go to sleep. We will sing you to sleep and shake you to sleep, and it will do your old twigs good. They will even crackle with pleasure. Sleep sweetly, sleep sweetly. It is your 365th night. Correctly speaking, you are but a youngster in the world. Sleep sweetly. The clouds will drop snow upon you, which will be quite a covering, warm and sheltering to your feet. Sweet sleep to you, and pleasant dreams. And there stood the oak, stripped of all its leaves, left to rest during the whole of a long winter, and to dream many dreams of events that had happened in its life, as in the dreams of men. The great tree had once been small, indeed. In its cradle it had been an acorn. According to human computation, it was now in the fourth century of its existence. It was the largest and the best tree in the forest. And there stood the oak, stripped of all its leaves, left to rest during the whole of the long winter, and to dream many dreams of events that had happened in its life. As in the dreams of men, the great tree had once been small, in its cradle it had been an apple. According to human computation, it was now in the fourth century of its existence. It was the largest and the best tree in the forest. And there stood the oak, stripped of all its leaves, left to rest during the whole of a long winter, and to dream many dreams of events that had happened in its life, as in the dreams of men. The great tree had once been small, indeed. In its cradle it had been an apple. According to human computation, it was now in the fourth century of its existence. It was the largest and the best tree in the forest. Thank you for reading the story with me.